It's a case that's had painful consequences. A Rolling Stone article on the issue of campus rape that zeroed in on the story of Jackie. The University of Virginia student alleged that she'd been a victim of a gang rape at a fraternity party. Soon after a rape on campus hit newsstands, the story began unraveling, leading the magazine to retract its report. Police say there's no evidence the attack ever took place. Rolling Stone's editors and the reporter of the story, Sabrina Rubin Erdely, have concluded their main fault was to be too accommodating of Jackie, not checking her assertions more carefully because they believe she was the victim of a terrible sexual assault. But a new independent report from Columbia University concludes the story was a journalistic failure that was avoidable.
It was the collective fault of the reporter, the editor's supervisor, and the fact-checking department.
What should Rolling Stone have done differently? Columbia's report suggests 3 reporting pathways that would have likely led it to the truth before it published its explosive article. Path 1, the 3 friends. Jackie told Ms. Erdely that on the night she was raped, she went to 3 friends, Ryan, Alex, and Catherine. Ryan, she said, urged her to go to the hospital. The other 2, she said, warned her that reporting the rape would result in their group never being allowed into any frat party again, but that's very much in dispute.
The discussion that was portrayed in there about, us not wanting to help her because then we wouldn't be able to get into fraternity parties, I think is ridiculous.
Ms. Erdely was told by Jackie that Ryan Duffin refused to speak to Rolling Stone, but the report says Ms. Erdely should have been able to find him independently, and that had she done so, he says he would have told her the conversation Jackie described never happened.
I couldn't help but notice that almost everything that the article said about me was incorrect, which kind of put a lot of the facts in the article in question for me.
Path 2, the fraternity. Ms. Erdely reported the name of the fraternity, Phi Kappa Psi, where the alleged attack occurred. She reached out to the chapter president for comment, but the report concludes Ms. Erdely didn't ask him about specific details of Jackie's account, including that the fraternity hosted a date function the night of the alleged assault, and the man who allegedly orchestrated the attack was a Phi Kappa Psi member who was also a lifeguard at the aquatic center. Had she checked these facts with the fraternity, she might have learned there was no date function that night, and no other social function the night Jackie said she was raped, and no member of the fraternity worked as a lifeguard. Path 3, the lifeguard. Jackie gave the first name, but not the last name of the lifeguard she said led the gang rape. Jackie told Ms. Erdely that she didn't want to be the one to give you that name because he completely terrifies me. Pressed by Ms. Erdely for assistance in locating the alleged attacker, Jackie stopped returning the reporter's calls and emails. Only after Ms. Erdely wrote Jackie that a pseudonym Drew would be used and that the magazine wouldn't attempt to contact him did Jackie again cooperate. Turns out there was an aquatic center lifeguard who had the first name Jackie used. He wasn't a member of Phi Kappa Psi, and police found no evidence linking him to Jackie's alleged assault. Ms. Erdely did try to identify the man on her own, but the report says Rolling Stone stopped looking for him.
There were problems of methodology. There were problems of newsroom standards and procedures.
Rolling Stone says it apologizes to readers and all of those who were damaged by our story and the ensuing fallout. Ms. Erdely, in a statement, said the past few months have been among the most painful in her life, and reading the Columbia report detailing her mistakes was a brutal and humbling experience. That's the short answer.